Okay. So today you're going to review over the water cycle. I had a video we're going to watch that talks about the water cycle, and then we're going to go over some slides that that goes over the water cycle and gives you information. And then after that, we have a water cycle cut and paste. I'm going to let you work as a group. And when you're done on your own, you're going to complete a raindrop life. It's a water cycle passage, and you're going to complete the comprehension questions on your own. And after that, your exit ticket, you're just going to draw a picture. Well, not a picture, but you're going to draw the water cycle on your own. But I do have the slides on Google Classroom. I was about to say Georgia View. Google Classroom, so you're able to use the slides to do your exit ticket and this. So you have a visual of what you need to do. Everybody get it? Alright. I'm gonna play this video, and then we're gonna move on to the slides. So when we come back to the slides, you're gonna go on Google Classroom and you're gonna click on it. There will be a link you have to click on. Can I go on Google Classroom? There is a link you'll have to click on.
Warren's class.
Warren?
Mm-hmm.
Classwork. And then water cycle slides. You'll click on this, and they'll just come up. And you can just follow along with me, or you can look up here on the board. I'm just gonna read them to you. But have the motions. Let's start with the videos. Oh, and you want to turn the lights? Please. Thank you.
Oh, it's raining. Hey, have you ever wondered where the rain comes from? Or how the clouds are formed? Well, this is what the water cycle is all about. Come, let's explore. Zoom in. When the sun heats up the rivers and oceans, water becomes water vapor, and it rises up in the air. This process is called evaporation. It is the first step of the water cycle. You too can see water vapor at home. Just tell your mummy to heat some water. And as the water gets heated, you'll be able to see the water vapor rising up in the air. When the water vapor reaches up in the sky, it turns into tiny droplets of water. These water droplets, along with various gases and dust particles, come together to form clouds. This is known as condensation. Now, hold a cold lid over the vessel in which you heated water. When you open the lid after some time, you'll be able to see water droplets on the lid. That's exactly what condensation is. When the cloud becomes too heavy and it cannot hold any more water inside, it bursts open to give out rain, hail, or snow. This is known as precipitation. As it rains, water gets collected in oceans, lakes, and rivers. It even seeps through the soil and becomes groundwater. Thus, water cycle is a continuous process of evaporation, condensation, and precipitation. Trivia time! Did you know that even plants sweat? That's called transpiration. That's why it rains more in places with more trees, like hill stations and forests. Sometimes snow directly turns into water vapor without melting into water. That's called sublimation. This happens a lot in cold countries. Oh, I need to run now. It's raining again. So this is me zooming out. Tune in next time. time for some more fun facts.
I do have a
Well,
question,
this is what the
and I need
water
you to
cycle is.
raise your hand. What happens to water when it dries up? Taylor, it turns into a cloud, but what is that process called? What is it? Evaporation. Good job. Alright, everybody needs to, get on the computer, go on Google Classroom, and pull up the water cycle slide. I don't know what to say. I'm gonna send them to you, Leah. Let's see. Are you watching? And just give me a thumbs up when you're ready. That working? Everybody ready to start? Alright, this is the water cycle, so when I move the slide, just click on the right arrow and we'll go to the next thing. Alright, when the sun shines on the ocean, lakes, and even puddles, the water forms something called water vapor. And this process is called evaporation. As the water vapor rises into the cool air, the vapor begins to form water droplets again. These tiny droplets join together to form clouds. This process is called condensation. When the clouds get too heavy, the droplets begin to fall in the form of rain, snow, or sleet, depending on the temperature. This process is called precipitation. Precipitation falls into streams, rivers, lakes, oceans, and onto the ground. This process is called collection. So this is like when the snow and the rains down, and they gather back up down into the ground, and then it dries up and it goes back into evaporation. After that, the warmth of the sun begins to heat the water once again, and the cycle starts over, and the water cycle never ends. And then the last page is a model of the water cycle. The water cycle is important to all living things because it provides clean water to every part of the world. So the first stage is evaporation, and then the water goes up and becomes condensation. Then it goes down in precipitation, and then goes back to collection. And that is it on the slide. Now you can restart it and go back through it while you're doing the cut and paste. You are allowed to work in groups. Don't forget to put your name and glue and scissors. I'm gonna go ahead and pass out all the papers. After you're working in groups with the water cycle, you have the Raindrops Life, a water cycle story, and then after you read it, you have 3 comprehension questions about it. Just go back in the text and find your answer if you need help. And after that, you can use the last slide, this slide, to help you draw a model of the water cycle. Everybody get it? Alright. Does anybody want to help me pass that? Harper. Lindy. And Mace. So every person should get those three papers. Yes, you can work with college. Or y'all can move over and work with Harper, Bailey, and what's your name? Serena. Y'all can move over and work with them, alright? And if you're moving, I'll keep this model up so you can have a visual. Yes. Noah, would you like to work with them? You can start. You do those first, then this, and then 1, 2, 3. So it's like 3 steps.
Did I give everyone one of
Thank
these?
you. Thank you. Wendy, you got extra? Thank you, Wendy.
I said.
We're not doing that. So we're at first step. What's the first step? Right here. Evaporation. Alright, you go ahead and do it. What percent? Evaporation, then what comes next?
Thanksgiving break is 9 minutes, so
Yes. Make it the best way you can. Yes. Or, I mean, you can draw the pictures, or you can just write the words. I mean, I'll still know it, but if you wanna draw the pictures, I can. Okay. The raindrops alive, some of them are already in the mix, which is fine. You wanna do this, and then do the passage, that's up to you. Alright, then we can move on to raindrops passage. Raindrops. Read the question first, and then read the passage. If you see the answer to the question, underline them. Let me see that, please. Please, let me see that. I don't know. Girl, put it back in the floor. I'm gonna go around because some are doing the ticket and some are doing the passage. Right, now you do the passage.
Okay, so at the very bottom is collection. It has your